This channel right here is pulling hundreds of thousands of views per video using nothing but AI. No camera, no microphone, just a simple workflow that anyone can copy. They're making videos in the YouTube automation space. And honestly, the setup is so straightforward, it's almost ridiculous. Most people think you need a full production team to make content like this, but I'm about to show you the exact tools and process to recreate their entire style from scratch. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start your own faceless channel using the same method. If you want to follow along, for all the tools I'll use, you'll find links in the description below. First things first, we need to create a character that'll be the face of your videos. I'm using OpenArt for this because you get access to multiple AI models in one place. Head over to OpenArt and sign in. Once you're on the homepage, you'll see several options on the left sidebar. Click on the image section. This opens up the image generation workflow. Model selection matters a lot, and this is something most people get wrong. Click the switch button at the top of the screen, and you'll see over 100 different models to choose from. For creating realistic characters that'll work as avatars, I recommend using Nano Banana Pro since it's honestly the best image generator right now. For the prompt, I'll use a specific one that I've tested multiple times, and I know works really well. You can also find that in the description below. You can adjust the ethnicity, age range, hairstyle, and wardrobe to match whatever vibe you're going for. The key is keeping that frontal composition with strong eye contact, because that's what makes the avatar feel natural when it starts talking. If the character is looking off to the side or at a weird angle, HeyGen will struggle to make it look convincing. Before you generate, turn on Auto Enhance. You'll see this toggle right below the prompt box. This feature automatically refines your prompt to get better results, and it saves you from having to rewrite everything multiple times. Set your aspect ratio to 16:9 for YouTube. You'll find this in the settings right below the model selector. I recommend generating at least 2 images so you have options to choose from. Sometimes the first generation is perfect, other times you'll want a backup. Then click Create and wait. OpenArt usually takes about 30 seconds to a minute to generate your images. Once your images are generated, take a close look at each one. Pick the one with the clearest facial features and the most natural expression. You want someone who looks approachable but professional. Avoid images where the eyes look weird or the face has any distortions. Download that image because we'll need it in a few steps. Now that you have your character, you need something for them to say. This is where your script comes in, and you can use ChatGPT, Claude, or any AI tool you prefer. The key is understanding what type of content performs well in this niche. Channels like Before It's Too Late focus on story-driven content, usually with a moral lesson or emotional hook. Open ChatGPT and give it a clear prompt. Something like, write a first-person story script for a YouTube video about a man who achieved massive business success but sacrificed his family relationships. The tone should be reflective and emotional, at least 2,000 words, suitable for a 10 to 12-minute video. Include specific moments that illustrate the sacrifice and end with a lesson learned. The more specific you are with your prompt, the better the output. Don't just say, write a sad story. Give it structure, give it direction, give it emotional beats to hit. Let ChatGPT generate the script, then read through it carefully. This is important because AI-generated scripts often have a certain rhythm that sounds slightly off when spoken aloud. You want it to sound natural, not robotic. Add pauses where they make sense. Once you're happy with the script, copy it. We'll need it for the next step. Now we need to turn that script into audio. Head over to 11 Labs and sign in. If you don't have an account yet, you can start with their free tier, which gives you enough credits to test this out. Click on the text-to-speech section. You'll see a large text box where you can paste your script. Go ahead and drop it in there. You need to pick a voice, and 11 Labs has a massive library of voices. You can filter by language, accent, age, and gender. For this style of content, I recommend going with something that sounds mature and reflective. Click on each voice to preview it. Listen to a few options until you find one that matches the tone of your script. Don't rush this part, because the voice is what carries the entire emotional weight of your video. I'll choose this one because it matches our story and avatar. You can fine-tune the delivery by accessing the settings under your selected voice. You'll see options for stability, similarity, and style exaggeration. I usually leave these settings at their defaults because they work pretty well out of the box. The only one I might adjust is style exaggeration if the voice sounds too robotic. Bumping that up a bit can make it sound more natural and less like someone just reading words off a page. If you can't find a voice that fits what you're looking for, 11 Labs actually lets you create your own custom voices. Click on the Voices tab, then hit the plus button, and you'll see an option for voice design. From there, you can prompt for exactly what you want. Something like mature male voice, warm and reflective, with a slight rasp. The AI will generate a few options based on your description, and you can pick the one that sounds best for your project. Once your settings are dialed in, click Generate. 11 Labs will process your script and create the audio file. This usually takes about a minute or two, depending on the length. Listen to the full thing, play it from start to finish, and pay attention to the pacing, the emotional delivery, and whether any words sound weird or mispronounced.
A story I've never told publicly before. Not because it makes me look strong, not because it sounds impressive.
If something sounds off, you can regenerate it or adjust the settings and try again. When you're happy with it, download the MP3 file. Click the download button and save it somewhere you can easily find it. This is where everything comes together. Head over to HeyGen using the link in the description. Once you're logged in, you'll see the main dashboard with several options. Look for the Create button and select Photo to Video. You'll see an option to upload an image. This is where you'll use the character image you created in OpenArt. Drag and drop it into the upload area, or click to browse your files and select it. HeyGen will then ask you to upload your audio file. Now, one important thing to keep in mind is that HeyGen only accepts up to 3 minutes of audio per generation. If your script is longer than that, you'll need to split it up. The best way to do this is to open your audio file in CapCut or whatever editor you're using and cut it at natural ending points. Look for places where there's an actual pause in the speech, not just at the 3-minute mark. You don't want to cut in the middle of a sentence because that'll make your final video feel unprofessional. Find a spot where the speaker naturally pauses, make your cut there, and save that as your first audio file. Then you can generate the first part in HeyGen and repeat the process for the rest of your script. Upload that MP3 file the same way you uploaded the image. HeyGen has a few settings you can adjust, and these matter more than you might think. For video quality, I recommend selecting 1080p. It makes a noticeable difference, especially if people are watching on larger screens or TVs. Once everything is set, click Generate. HeyGen will process your video, and this usually takes about 2 to 5 minutes depending on the length of your script. You'll see a progress bar showing you how far along it is. When it's done, preview the video. Make sure the facial movements look natural and that the audio matches up properly. Pay attention to any weird glitches or moments where the mouth doesn't quite match the words.
I want to tell you a story I've never told publicly before. Not because it makes me look strong, not because it sounds impressive, but because it's true.
If everything looks good, download the video. Click the download button and save it in high quality. You now have your main talking head footage, and this is the core of your entire video. Your main video is done, but to make it more engaging, you need B-roll shots. This is the visual content that plays while your avatar is talking, and it helps illustrate the story. Without B-roll, your video is just a talking head for several minutes, and that gets boring fast. Go back to OpenArt and head to the image section again. You're going to use the same workflow, but this time you're creating scene images instead of character portraits. Based on your script, identify key moments that need visual support. If you're not sure which moments to visualize, you can actually use ChatGPT to help with this. Just paste your entire script into ChatGPT and ask it to suggest B-roll shots based on the story. Tell it to be specific about what should be in each scene, including whether people should be visible or not. For example, you might say, give me 8 to 10 B-roll image prompts for this script, focusing on emotional moments and key scenes. Specify if people should appear in the shots or if they should be empty environments. ChatGPT will analyze your story and give you a list of specific scenes to generate, which saves you a ton of time trying to figure it out yourself. Read through your script and make a list of 5 to 10 key visual moments. These are the scenes that'll help viewers connect emotionally with the story. Use Nano Banana Pro again and write prompts for each scene. Something like empty modern office at night, single desk lamp on, papers scattered across desk, leather chair, melancholic atmosphere, cinematic lighting, moody 16:9 aspect ratio. The key is being specific about the mood and the details. You want these images to feel like they belong in the same story as your talking head video. You can actually make this way more personal and powerful by using your main character in some of the B-roll. Remember that character image you created at the beginning? You can upload that as a reference image in OpenArt and use Nano Banana Pro to place them in different scenes. For example, you could prompt something like, the same man from the reference image sitting alone at a dinner table, surrounded by empty chairs that suggests the absence of his family. Warm but dim lighting casts soft shadows across his face, revealing a tired, regretful expression. Or, the same man from the reference image sitting alone at a desk late at night, head in hands, single lamp illuminating his face, regret visible in his posture. This makes the B-roll feel connected to your talking head instead of just being generic stock-style images. It tells a way more engaging visual story. Generate multiple images for different parts of your story. You want at least 5 to 10 B-roll images to keep the video visually interesting. More is better because it gives you options when you're editing. Download all of these images. Click on each one and hit download. You'll use them in your video editor to cut away from the talking head and show relevant visuals. I recommend generating a few extra images that are more abstract or atmospheric. Things like rain on a window at night or an empty bedroom. These work as transition shots and help smooth out the pacing of your video. Your video is almost ready, but you need a thumbnail that actually gets clicks. This is not optional. Your thumbnail is the first thing people see, and if it doesn't grab attention, your video won't get views no matter how good it is. So for that, we're using Pixels. This is an AI-powered thumbnail generator, and it's specifically designed for YouTube. Before we jump into Pixels though, we need to prepare something first. We need to create a persona for your character so Pixels can recognize their face across different thumbnails. To do this, go back to OpenArt and we're going to use their camera angle control feature. This is perfect for generating multiple angles of the same character quickly. Click on the camera angle control option in the left sidebar. Upload your main character image, the one you created at the very beginning. Now you'll see a simple interface with rotation controls. You can rotate your character left and right and adjust the camera angle without changing who they are. Start by rotating the character 15 degrees to the right and generate that. Then go back to 0 and rotate 15 degrees to the left. Keep doing this until you have angles at 30 degrees right, 30 degrees left, maybe a slight upward tilt, a slight downward tilt. You want about 10 different variations showing your character from multiple perspectives. You can also use the different camera types in this feature. Try the wide angle option for one shot, the close-up option for another. The goal is to give Pixels a full understanding of what your character looks like from every angle. Download all 10 of these images once they're generated. Now head over to Pixels and click on Create New Persona. Upload all 10 of those character images you just generated using the camera angle control. This trains Pixels to recognize your character's face so it can swap them into any thumbnail template. Give your persona a name, something simple like story character or whatever helps you remember it, and let Pixels process it. This usually takes a few minutes. Once your persona is ready, go to YouTube and find a channel with a similar niche. Look through their thumbnails and find one that's getting good views and has a style you like. Copy the link of that video, go back to Pixels and click on Recreate Thumbnail, then paste in your link. Pixels will analyze the layout, the colors, the composition, everything. Then it'll give you options to swap in your own character's face using the persona you created. Select your persona from the drop-down menu, and Pixels will replace the person in the original thumbnail with your character while keeping everything else intact. Now you can edit the text. Click on the text elements and change them to match your video. Keep it short and punchy. Something like, "I lost everything," or "regret at 65," or "my biggest mistake." Make sure the text is big enough to read on a phone screen. Look for high contrast in your final result. Bright colors against dark backgrounds or vice versa. The human eye is drawn to contrast, and that's what makes people stop scrolling. Look for an emotional expression that matches your video's tone. For storytelling content, something that looks reflective, slightly sad, or contemplative works best. You want people to feel something when they see the thumbnail. Once you're happy with it, download it in high resolution. You now have a professional-looking thumbnail that's modeled after proven formats, but with your own character and message. Now you have all your assets, so it's time to assemble everything into a finished video. Import everything into your video editor of choice. I use CapCut because it's free and easy to learn, but you can use whatever you're comfortable with. Drop your main talking head video on the timeline. This is your foundation. Everything else builds around this. Watch through the video and identify moments where you want to add B-roll. Usually, this is when the story describes a specific scene or when you want to emphasize an emotional beat. At those key moments, place your B-roll images on a layer above the talking head video so the voiceover continues playing underneath. You don't want to cut away completely because then you lose the audio. Instead, you're layering the visual on top while keeping the talking head audio track running. You can use a simple cut to transition to the B-roll or add a subtle transition like a cross dissolve to make it smoother. Keep each B-roll shot on screen for about 3 to 5 seconds, long enough for viewers to register what they're seeing, but not so long that it feels static. Add some subtle background music if it fits the mood. For emotional storytelling, something soft and piano-driven works well. Keep it low in the mix, around -20 to -25 decibels, so it doesn't overpower the voiceover. You can find royalty-free music on sites like Epidemic Sound or Artlist, or even YouTube's own audio library. Add captions if you want. A lot of viewers watch with sound off, especially on mobile, so captions can boost your retention. CapCut has an auto caption feature that makes this easy. Watch through the entire video one more time. Check for any awkward cuts, audio issues, or pacing problems. Make sure the story flows naturally from beginning to end. Export your video in 1080p at 30 frames per second. Use a high bitrate to maintain quality, and you're done. So now you know the exact workflow behind making videos like before it's too late. You've got OpenArt for creating your character and B-roll, ChatGPT for your script, 11 Labs for the voiceover, HeyGen for bringing your avatar to life, and Pixels for thumbnails. With these tools, you can create unlimited videos without ever showing your face or recording your own voice. The barrier to entry is lower than it's ever been, and that's what makes this such a powerful opportunity right now. If you want to start making faceless YouTube videos using this exact method, click the links down in the description for OpenArt and HeyGen. Those are the two core tools that make this whole system work, and they're worth every penny. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.